Well, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and it's my pleasure to introduce a good friend of mine, somebody who I've known for some period of time, an MLA from Alberta, for Calgary Foothills in particular, elected in a by-election just about 2 years ago, Mr. Speaker, a professional engineer, a very active member of his community, Mr. Prasad Panda, who is sitting on the floor with us here today. Mr. Panda has worked for a number of global companies. He's also, I should note, the official opposition critic for economic development and trade in Alberta. So he's been very busy lately, Mr. Speaker. There has been a lot of work for Mr. Panda. We had a very good discussion this morning with regard to a number of issues, but I want to thank him for his commitment, his party's commitment to the New West Partnership, which we share, a very deep commitment, Mr. Speaker. We believe in open trade in Canada. I understand the Premier in Alberta had some comments today on the New West Partnership. Maybe I missed past comments on NWP, but it's actually the first time I've ever heard her comment on the New West Partnership. And we have some challenges with regard to our trading relationship with Alberta. We know that they've moved forward with some very anti-trade policies with respect to beer. The matters before the courts, I won't kind of speak further on that. But I can say that on this side of the House, we appreciate that relationship with the NWP. We're fully committed to NWP. And I would like all members to welcome Mr. Panda to the Legislative Assembly of Saskatchewan.
I recognize the member from Regina Douglas Park. Recognize the member.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As I said, I'd like to join with the Minister in welcoming Mr. Prasad Panda to our Legislative Assembly. We're happy to have you here and watch our legislative proceedings today. The Minister's already given you a very great introduction, but he forgot to mention one thing that I've heard from your Wildrose colleagues in Alberta, that you're known to be the only Wildrose MLA who opposes the bear hunt, having your namesake as Mr. Panda. Apparently that's what your tease does. On behalf of the official opposition, welcome. And I'd like to join with the Minister in welcoming you to our Legislative Assembly.
They're here.